Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Drinks with Andy. This is our fourth episode, I think. Tonight we're going to be talking about barrels. We're going to talk about inner barrels, how to install them, how to clean them, better ones, long barrels, short barrels, tight bore barrels, wide bore barrels, regular barrels. I think it's called 6.03 regular. Sure, we're going with that. Inner barrel is probably one of the most important parts of your gun. It determines your range, your accuracy. Without a good inner barrel, you could have the best hop-up system in the world, and you're still going to have terrible range, terrible accuracy. If you're shooting away and you notice you're getting some flyers and your BBs aren't working the way they normally are, clean your barrel. That's it's definitely that time.
It's definitely barrel buckings. Buckings will be another video, but today barrels.
So, how are we going to go about this? Let's go from lower end to high end. So, from what we stock a lot of different brands of barrels. So the Mad Bull, Black Python is the lower end, like the budget end barrel. They're around $35, $45, $50. They're a decent standard barrel. They're not really an upgraded barrel. So if you damaged your barrel, or if you have a really old garbage barrel and you just want something to replace it with, that's where these thrive. They're a good budget barrel. They're not going to give you any increase in range or accuracy, that sort of thing. They're just fair. We have them for kind of like the budget builds, like if you can't use anything else, type of thing.
You just need a barrel, or you have a brass one that's got pitted over the years. They're just something to hold you over for a little while because they are aluminum, and they have a coating, and the coating tends to wear off after a few thousand rounds, and then your accuracy is just out the window. So
they're fair. We don't sell any garbage here. They're not garbage barrels. They're not like the crappy old brass barrels. They work, but they're not an upgrade part. So so everything else barrel wise that we sell would be an upgrade over a standard barrel. So I'd say the next one would be Prometheus. You agree with that?
Maple Leaf,
Prometheus be on the same.
Yeah, they'd be on the same spectrum.
So the next kind of step up would be the Maple Leaf and the Prometheus. So there's stainless steel. They're a decent upgrade barrel.
The Maple Leaf is not stainless steel. It is brass with a certain coating on it.
Oh, you're right. It's like zinc coated? Or?
Yes, they're zinc coated, I believe. But
yeah.
They have shot tremendously from the builds that I've done. I've run them in a couple of my own. And they come stock, in the VFC Avalons, like in the higher end ones. VFC has them stock in their guns for their upgraded line of guns.
And they have a special little cut on the front that is supposed to make them hop better. We've determined that's what that was for?
What, like they have like a PDI cut
yes.
Window instead of a square cut. The reasoning, I don't really know. I'm not going to pretend I do, but
I'll pretend all day long. It's for better, gooder stuff.
Yeah, but it works really well with their MR hops and any of the Maple Leaf barrel buckings. Their barrel is designed for their buckings. They work really well together. Yeah.
So that's the Maple Leaf barrels. We have those in a lot of different lengths, right from great big long ones to teensy tiny pistol barrels. Pistol barrels have a different cut on the end, so obviously they're not good for an AEG. An AEG barrel, I don't know if you can see that. That's the cut. That's how the bucking sits in it.
Because a gas barrel doesn't have a bridge 9 times out of 10. Mm-hmm. So whenever we refer to a bridge, it's literally this. I don't know if you can see it, but at the top part of the barrel.
That little tiny little
yeah,
bump
it's not
right
going right there. It just has a little bit of the barrel right there. Gas barrels don't have it. It's just a design difference. Just so you know, like if you see one without a bridge and you're trying to put in an AEG, it's probably not going to work.
We do have buckings, however, that are a cross between that you can use a gas barrel in an AEG.
Correct. The Hot Shots or Cool Shot buckings by Maple Leaf.
They're also great bucking. We'll talk about buckings later. Buckings is a whole other giant spiel.
I wanted to put them together with the barrels, but I was told no.
Too much. Too much.
I
too
feel
much.
like it would make sense.
No, too much.
Okay.
When you're talking about barrels, or when you're talking about buckings, it'll say barrel doesn't matter. So, continuing with barrels, Lambda, they're probably in the same category as the Prometheus and Maple Leaf. They're a decent barrel. They're good quality. Like a decent price.
They've actually exploded in the last year or two in popularity for sure. A lot of people getting them over the PDIs just because the window is square. So hopping them is
easier.
Way easier.
Not to say you can't hop a PDI, but
nope,
yeah.
you definitely can hop a PDI.
And it works better. But yeah, so we find whenever a YouTuber or someone talks about a specific barrel, that barrel gains popularity and everybody's buying it. But yeah, so that's why we stock so many different brands of barrels. But then yeah, so the best barrel that we carry is definitely a PDI barrel. They are the Cadillac of inner barrels. So the 6.05 or the 6.01. We're going to talk about barrel diameters in a minute, but the PDIs are, Blake will agree with me, are like some of the best barrels made. So what determines a good quality barrel is its finish. So like the smoothness on the inside and how well it's manufactured. Some of the lower end barrels, they can have flaws in them or
inconsistencies.
Inconsistencies. Not the same finish all the way straight through the barrel, so your BB can get
catch hold of it and just kind of
get off, get flyers and stuff. Whereas PDI barrels are some of the best of the best.
I've yet to find a flaw in a PDI barrel. Yet.
Exactly, yeah. So, like, I mean, when we put these in our lathe to cut them, they're always 100% true. There's no messing around with it, trying to make it straight. Whereas with some of the lower-end barrels, sometimes there's a little bit of a wobble to them, meaning that something's a little bit off. It's not, if there's a manufacturer defect or a slight bend to it. If they're really bad, we don't send them.
Yeah, we actually have a few barrels on our windowsill where we're like, we can't send this out. We lose money on it, but then you get a barrel that's actually going to shoot consistent and good. So
in the end, we hope we can cut it short enough that we cut the break or the bend out of it, so that you at least get a air barrel or something real short.
110 mil or something. But
yeah, but
not low luck yet.
Yeah. So anyway, PDI barrel. If you can afford it, they are expensive. They start off around $100 ish, and they go right up from there to $200-$300. What's the most expensive one we got?
Probably like the PSG barrel. I think it's like almost $300.
Yeah,
I think.
for an inner barrel.
It's massive.
It's really long. You never need one that long. So when you're installing an inner barrel, if you're doing it yourself, you want to be so split your gun. We're just going to talk about M4s, I guess. So split your gun, hop-up unit slides out the barrel, and then you say your hop-up unit attached to the inner barrel. So you're going to want to take off the barrel clip on the rubber.
Why didn't you just have a hop-up unit ready to go? Well, then that's your own fault. I'll answer a couple questions here. So I saw Sean actually had a really good question here. What is the best bucking suited for... Hey. Yeah, exactly. Shut up. I'm answering a question right now.
Go for it.
Cool. What bucking is best suited for our northern cool climate? And do you feel an extremely tight bore 01 is a waist or 03, 05 are better considering the temp fluctuations here? So, do you want me to kind of dip into it now?
Sure.
All right. So, to be honest with you, I don't use an 01 in anything. The only thing I use an 01 in is I had a CQB gun that I had and the barrel came in it, and I ended up chopping it. 01s are for closer range engagements. Their accuracy is going to be better close range with an 01, but with it being so tight at range, it can actually cause fluctuations in the shot because it's going to be bouncing around with the barrel a lot more. At least this is the talk of the town. If you search everywhere is online, that's what it is. I run an 05 in everything. A PDI 05 or the Maple Leaf barrels, which I think is a 6.02 actually, but they shoot really, really, really well. I'd say wider is better, but don't go for like the Prometheus 6.2s or something. That's massive. That's a wide bore. I'd go with an 05 PDI is great. 03s are fantastic. 01s for more bolt actions to CQB guns. That's my personal preference. That's where I've seen most consistent shots. Anyway.
Yeah, no, yeah, the 6.03 are probably the most common.
Most common diameter, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So when you're installing an inner barrel,
Fail.
yeah, I thought I had one there.
Well, I put it back in.
So when you're installing an inner barrel, again, we're going to talk about like an M4. You split your M4, you pull your barrel out. It's got a hop-up unit already attached to it. Looks something like that. So you're going to pull the barrel clip out of the hop-up unit, which is this little guy right here. Ooh, there we go. Maybe I have been drinking tonight. So this little guy right here pulls right out of the barrel clip, and then you would take your old barrel out. It's going to have a hop-up rubber on the end of the barrel.
AKA bucking.
Yeah, bucking. What did I say?
You said rubber. That's actually the proper term, is rubber.
Yeah.
The bucking's actually supposed to be the nub.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we're wrong, apparently.
No,
Says the UK.
Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so if you're replacing your bucking, you throw the whole thing out. If you're keeping your bucking, you just slide your bucking off with your old barrel and slide it on your new barrel. Away you go, kind of like that. Until you're all the way down, and your nub, or sorry, your bump. What's the bump called?
The nub,
No.
Your patch, I guess.
The bump. You want to look inside. You see that little bump on the inside of your hop-up rubber. You want to line that up for the hole in your barrel window. Unless you're doing a flat hop build, and then in that case you would not have a bump in there. Or if you're doing an air hop, then also you would not have a bump in there. Anyway, line that up.
If you're doing it right.
Line that up. Squeeze that on. Simple as that. And then again, you want to a little bit of oil on the outside of the bucking is always a good thing for getting them into the hop-up unit. So
just don't get them on the lips. If you get lube on the lips, then you could be having some inconsistency.
You're going to lose the entire purpose of your hop-up unit. You do not want lube in your hop-up unit on your bucking anywhere near that. We're going to talk about cleaning in a minute. And we're going to get into that too. So you want to feel your barrel, feel where the hole in the top of your barrel was, and that goes to the top arm of your hop-up unit. There's a little nub in there that you don't want to lose, so you would actually have this upside down. So you would have this way. So there's a little nub sitting on the inside of that hop-up unit. We're going to talk about those later date, but so you want to make sure you're sitting in that way in the right direction. And this is going to be hard because I don't have any lube on this, so she's a dry fit. And, oh boys, she's a dry fit. Just want to give it a little wiggle.
Oh, that hurt me.
Yep, I think there's a folded bucking lip in there. But anyway, so all the way in until your bucking is kind of gone there past the edge of the window. You'll know you're straight because you get two little cuts on the side of your barrel that you'll be able to see clearly when they're all the way pushed in. So then at that point you're good to go. You put your barrel clip back in the hop-up. I don't want to do it because they're hard to get out. So I clipped it in. And then you want to test it. And actually, before you test it, it's a good idea to just look through the barrel and adjust it. And you should see, as you adjust it, pressure being put down on your patch, and you'll see in the little window a little bit of rubber come down as you adjust it. And then same thing, as you unadjust it, you should be able to see that, and you should be able to see it go right away. You shouldn't be able to see any once it's all the way adjusted off. If you do, then you might have a twisted nub or something in there. You're going to over hop. You're going to have too much hop there, so you want to be able to adjust it back and see none, and adjust on and see some of the hop-up rubber in there. So that is how we do that. And if you're ever not sure We have barrel builds on the website, so if you want us to do it
We're
for you,
working on it.
if you want us to do it for you, we hop and we install all of this fun stuff. If you're a little nervous, a little unsure of yourself, some of these more technical things, we do provide those services.
Yeah, a little bit more into that. We are going to have full pre-built setups on the site. We used to have our hops setups before, but we're going to offer a little bit more. I'm still working on it. You can't order them right now. I have them out of stock, but you can look at it. It's going to be, you can, if you've ever been on Amped Airsoft site, it's very much going to be similar. We like their setup, so we're going to do that. You can literally pick your barrel.
Please don't sue us.
Yeah, don't sue us, Amped. We buy from Amped, it's fine.
Okay.
So you're going to be able to pick your hop-up unit, your barrel, barrel diameter, like whatever we have in stock. Bucking combination, probably, maybe. Pick your own bucking, I don't know. But yeah, I'm still working
Flat
on
hop
that.
and our hop.
Yeah, we'll have different setups. Flat hop, our hop, and I don't know.
Regular?
Maybe? I doubt it. No, if you're upgrading, why the hell are you sticking with a standard nub? That makes no sense.
Again, we're going to talk about that next week when we get into buckings and stuff. The difference between our hop, flat hop, and regular nubbin bucking.
Nubbin.
But yeah. So the other thing, when you're cleaning,
That's an M4. This guy's been used every time.
yeah, you might recognize this if you watched this before. I like to go for this gun because it's right there. All right. So when you're cleaning your barrel,
Buy this gun. You buy this gun right now, we'll give you $10 off. There you go. Deal.
when you're cleaning your barrel, you want to make sure you're not going into your hop-up unit, because like we said before, you don't want to get any lubrication into your hop-up unit. That said, you also don't want to use lubrication when you're cleaning your barrel anyway. So what you want to do, put a dry piece of paper, a towel, or dry piece of cloth in your cleaning rod. You want to hold it.
And if you're going to keep your gun assembled like this, you should turn your hop-up completely off. Turn it off because you could tear the nub or damage the nub inside. And
that's true. The best way to do it would be to take it completely out of the gun, take the hop-up rubber off, and run it through.
Yes.
Then you don't have to worry about anything. But if you're just doing a quick clean, you're like on the field, or you don't want to tear the gun, you want to hold your cleaning rod to just before the hole at the bottom of your hop-up. So basically, the start of your mag well, and then hold your thumb on the cleaning rod right at the tip of your gun. So now you're set. With that piece of paper towel in the end, you slowly wind this in until you get to where you're holding it, and then you know you're not in the hop-up unit. You're not going to mess anything up, and then you kind of slowly wind it back out. Now you did technically just push a little bit of dirt all the way up to that rib, and kind of pull it back out. So. Yeah, the way to get a perfect clean is to take everything back out again. Take everything, not again, you wouldn't have done it lately. You only want to clean your barrel every 6 months, every year.
Depending how picky you are.
Well, yeah, depending how picky you are.
I'm picky.
Blake does it
Every
pretty
game.
much every game.
Every game.
I cleaned my barrel once in
Never?
1963.
It's disgusting. You always complain that it shoots like crap and... Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. But yeah, so wind it in, wind it all back out, and then you have a decently clean barrel. That's as clean as you're going to get on the field, or they're taking your gun apart. But yeah, once every 6 months or a year, take it apart, take your barrel right out, take your cleaning rod, wind it through all the way to the end, and pull it all the way back out. Dry. You don't need oil, you don't need lubrication, unless if you look down your barrel and you see like a spot and you scrub at it and you can't get it, then like just a little dab of silicone oil, just a little bit, wind it in, out, and then you want to do dry it out, get it all the way gone, because you don't want lubrication in your barrel.
I'm a big fan of having just the barrel out and using rubbing alcohol and running it down in and out until that rag comes out spotless. If you see any black, do it again, do it again, do it again.
Good point. Rubbing alcohol, it dries completely pretty quickly, so yeah, rubbing alcohol is a good choice to clean your barrel.
My choice, anyway.
Anything else we want to add?
Yeah, not overly. Get some people to do some more questions in the comments, and then we'll answer them.
Yeah.
But,
So if you have any questions about barrels, anything we didn't answer, definitely ask, and we're gonna get to them here now. What kind of questions you got there?
I'm just kind of waiting. But like, yeah, next week we'll be talking mainly about buckings because I'm kind of excited about buckings a little bit. I have a couple tests about those. Novrich order was the first one. Where was it?
Somebody asked about Novrich orders. We
Are getting frigged with Novrich orders. Any Novrich on hand? I think we have a couple snipers in stock for
Yep, we do
Novrich.
A2s and A3s. I think.
No, I think we sold our last A3 last week. I think we only have A2s.
A2s are a good choice anyway.
I think. But trying to get any more of them in is a pain in the butt right now. Anything's a pain in the butt right now.
Everything's a pain. I had a call with another Canadian dealer who was talking to me about how they were having problems getting things in, and I said, I brought this up a couple months ago, and everybody shut me down. But anyway, so everybody's having problems right now. I don't know if they're going through
Be
some
very
kind of a blitz.
thankful for your dealers in Canada because
yeah.
we are fighting tooth and nail to get stuff through the border. Like
Legal things like
Yeah.
shoot over 366, and they take them. Oh, great, thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, we just got a notification today of this is being seized for. I don't even know. We don't even know what the item is right now. They're just a GAT's taken. You can't have it. So hope it's none of your guys' item. We've got to figure that out.
Yeah, but anyway, Norbert stuff we will be getting. I wouldn't pre-order it off the site if I was you. Our times are going to be off on
They're going to
those.
be way off.
Keep in touch. Keep an eye out. Ooh, hit the notify me's. The notify me links. We send emails as soon as stuff comes in.
Sure.
So there's that.
The guy was wondering if our 3D prints are strong enough for outer barrels.
No.
I didn't think so, but I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, I mean, it would be okay, I guess.
I can't guarantee
But the
longevity.
threading, and that's not something you really want to 3D print because it needs to be strong, hold it in place. We 3D print a lot of things and a lot of strong things, but I wouldn't recommend an outer barrel.
I mean, if you're thinking like for some reason I was thinking like a gas pistol outer barrel. That I would never do. But I mean, for an M4, maybe? Really? You don't think so?
No, because
the
threading wouldn't work. You'd have when you thread your flash hider on, you mangle them.
Yeah, but ever see the craze right now is like the speed softening guns. It's basically just like a ass valve, and there's nothing to thread to it. It's just an empty canister of nothing. It's gonna break if you land on it.
Maybe I shouldn't shit on it too hard. Maybe we should try it. I don't know. Send me a file. I'll try anything once.
It's true.
I'm printing rim covers for somebody right now. Whatever. He was an airsofter, but he sent me this file, and I was like, what the heck is this for? I don't recognize this. And he's like, oh, it's for my truck. It's for the tires. I was like, oh.
Rim center caps, yeah.
What else you got?
A guy asked, I can't remember the exact question, but he was like, is there any way to make Canada Post not leave my package outside my door? And yes, it's called Do Not Safe Drop.
Yep. So just make a note in your comments. We read all the comments that are left in the orders, and we try, to the best of our abilities, to follow them all. If you have any specific notes, so you live in a sketchy part of town, I don't want my stuff left at the door, no problem. It's an option. Do not safe drop. So then they'll leave you a card and you pick it up at the local depot. Easy peasy. Because we hate that as well. Like scammy thieves are take money out of all our pockets.
Yeah, it's fun. It's major fun.
Yeah.
Would you be able to get us some Master Mods products? What the heck
that
is that?
I have no idea.
Send me a link. Another new company.
Send me a link. I'll have a look. CL products are coming online here soon. They had family stuff in Ukraine.
Oh, okay.
One of their head guys had to go to Ukraine and get his family out or something. So that's a separate issue. We have a long list of people that were looking for their products pronto, but I'm not pushing.
We apologize for the delay on that. That's a circumstance that came
I'm
up.
waiting for their price list, and I'm just waiting for him to get back. So, no, I'm not pushing them. So anyway, no other questions.
I don't think so. I think we're pretty
Clear. All right, guys. Well, I have a date tonight.
What? You didn't tell me.
So I guess we're gonna cut her off here. If anybody ever has any questions, feel free to email, call, text, send carrier pigeons, whatever you want. We're always here, except for we're in our lives, because I just unplugged the phone. So hope nobody's calling right now, because you're gonna get nothing. So until next time, keep fit and have fun. Hal Johnson, Joanne McLeod.
Keep fit.